Hello, World of Tank Blizzards, it's Littlefinger. Hey, today, full tank review on the P43 Ter, the Italian Tier 7 medium tank that just came out. Taking a look at the tech tree, we're on our way to the P.44 Pantera at Tier 8. Now, public service announcement, don't play with matches, guys. Forest fires are a real thing. Hey, I bet you thought I was going to ask you to hit that subscribe button. But no, I'm not going to talk about the fact that we're only 100 subscribers away to 5,000. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to talk about this review. Yeah, so look at this tank. It is pretty sly. It moves so well. It's got great angles. As a medium, you're even going to get a few bounces out of it. And this is, right now, my favorite Tier 7 medium non-premium tank. Like I said, we're about halfway to the Tier 8 and just wanted to pull this up. 35 battles. So it's taken me 35 battles, 69% win rate, 1,800 average damage in this tank, 1.5 average kills. I am really enjoying this tank. So let's take a quick look at the upgrades. You're going to start off with the 9042 gun. Difference here is 25 mil on your pen, 140 versus 165. It's workable. I did not play this. I used free XP to upgrade the gun and the engine. I always say start upgrading the gun first, then the engine, then the tracks. The upgraded turret is going to give you 100 mil on the front of the armor. The standard there is 80. So 100 is nice, but again, it's not good, you know, when you're playing these upper tier tanks. So not a huge benefit there, but obviously, like I said, gun first, engine second, tracks last. Now, the big difference is with this engine. You look at that hull traverse speed. You're taking it from 22 at the base, and you can get it all the way up to 42. Plus, when we throw in the tracks there, you'll see another 9 degrees with the improved tracks, which you can get this up to 55 degrees per second of hull traverse speed. So making this a very maneuverable medium tank. Now, let's take a quick look. You know, I spent a little bit of money on this Area 52 camo. I think it looks pretty cool there. Standard provisions for me are repair kit, multi-purpose, and adrenaline. Provisions running cheesehead, protective kit, and improved fuel. Ammunition kind of got a 3-2-1 layout here, making sure we're buying our APCR, which is our premium, with credits, not gold. And then obviously where we need to spend the most of our time here is in the equipment setup. And this is the way I'm running it and why. If you've got a different suggestion, hey, put it in the comments down there. I'm running the gun rammer. The DPM on this is a little bit low, so that gets it more competitive with other mediums for brawling situations. Defense system, improved optics. Now, I'm running supercharge. The shell velocity on this tank is, again, low. This puts it a little bit above those other mediums. I'll talk about this when I compare them. But I find this really helps with those medium and long range shots and making sure that they hit and pen. Again, the armor is good compared to other mediums, but I don't feel that 4% of 100 mil is going to make a difference. You know, 104 mil versus 100. So what I've gone here with the extra 70 hit points. Engine accelerator, obviously, we want to make this all about all the aspects of the tank, and then refined gun, because the dispersion on this, you know, for a medium that you could almost snipe in a little bit, I wanted to get that under 0.3, which we have done there, and of course I don't use any more credits on the last two. Alright guys, here we are on blitzstars.com. And I've got the P43 Ter pulled up on the left, 4 other non-premium tanks next to it, and the Dracula at the end, which is obviously a premium tank, and a tank that I think a lot of people would argue is the best or maybe most OP tank for a Tier 7 medium. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is when you look at damage per minute, the P43 Ter is 18 to 28 to 30% below these other non-premium tanks in damage per minute, but yet is still ahead of the Dracula. And so I think you've got to take into consideration the whole tank, the movement of the tank, to make that determination that this is a good tank. And so when we look at the pen numbers, you can see we've got great pen above most of these tanks. Our alpha, which is really what I'm liking the most about this tank, is 225. So you're not shooting as much, you're not exposed as much, and yet the damage is a really nice number so that it's not a super long reload of a 400 or 500 alpha. And so you're pumping out constant high numbers of damage, which is what I really like. It's really, to me, a sweet spot here. And you've heard me say I don't like fast reloading, low alpha tanks. It's just you got to stay exposed too long to get that DPM. So anyway, the other issue with the tank, and we'll look at shell velocity there, which is why I am running the supercharge. And if we add that on, then it puts us right in line with all of the other mediums. Aim time 1.9, really good. Our dispersion is a little on the high side, which again is why I was running that refined gun. You've got 7 degrees of gun depression, certainly very good, workable. We can look here now at our movement and mobility stats. Look at all that red to the right there, right? 55 kilometers per hour is going to be our top speed. We've got a nice engine horsepower, and they've also given it a 0.9 terrain resistance. So your power to weight ratio, 21.64, is up there. Outside of just the Dracula, right in line with the Comet. So this tank accelerates, it moves, it gets up to top speed quickly, which gives you that flexibility to get around the battlefield. Just moving on down here, the only thing really worth commenting on is that hull armor, 100 on the front, 50 on the sides. And again, you know, that does fare a little bit better than most of the other medium tanks, but like I said, if you're facing tier 8s, you basically got no armor whatsoever. And I just wanted to talk real quick on this 90-day average. I know there's not a lot of people that have been playing the tank lately, but look at this average damage of 1379 compared to the rest of these tanks. It's right in line with the Dracula there, which again, I think it's a very nice compliment to the Dracula. But I think it's way ahead of all of these other non-premium tanks, and I think Wargaming will make some changes shortly to bring this tank back in line with the rest of the non-premium. So there you have it. Let's play some games. All right, guys, top tier Mayan ruins, encounter battle, and I find myself a little bit more in this tank going to where I know the damage is going to be at instead of a spotting position. But you can see right off the bat, down the hill, 55 kilometers per hour. And, you know, we're right in line here where all the tanks usually meet up as one of the first tanks. So, get a little unlucky with our first shot in this game on the Panther. Felt like that one should have gone in, but we are rewarded here with another lucky shot. So, I felt like we were even after that. But you can see here, a lot of this team has come down into the lower part. But I know that this Panther M10 is a good clan, a good tank that can do a good bit of damage. So I'm kind of focusing on him, and you can see how he's using the hill to shoot down low. He's got a faster reloading gun than I do, which is what I kind of talked about in that review there about being exposed. Now, I didn't switch over to HE there, which I probably should have on the SP1C, but we're lucky enough to get that second shot to go in, and you can see we are down 2 tanks. Well, now we're down 1 tank. Gun depression over the backside, not the greatest here. But I didn't want to turn around on the middle of the bridge in case anyone shot up, but we bounce another shot off of him. We've hit adrenaline now because I feel like I'm in a one-on-one brawling situation. Trade shots. Bounce another one. And he slipped us at this point in time. I don't want to rush down there. I want to go support these other two low health tanks on the other side. The SU and the Wi-Fi are over there, so gonna try to push onto them, even if it means, you know, taking a shot from one. So now they're both one shots, basically, if I can get a nice roll on that Wi-Fi. So I take one from him, turn around, and get some help and finish him off. Now it's still the M10 Panther, he's still alive. And the T150, who's on the other side, who really hasn't advanced much in this game. So we put him down to 425 in health, which means 2 shots for me. And I'm not exactly sure at this point in time where that T150 is. I've got support here from a slow heavy. So he's not going to be able to hunt this guy down. And I'm looking like that JP over there is trying to tell us that, hey, he's in the corner over here, Sector 2, or at the red spawn. And he must be pinned down. But I'm still trying to find that M10. And now they're both spotted, so I know where they are now. And this is what I'm using the supercharge on for. We're taking long-range shots and on a heavy tank here. Just a second one that gone in. And, you know, I've noticed lately that I've started this really bad habit of zooming out right as I'm taking my shot. And I don't know why I'm doing it, and I don't know how to fix it, to be honest with you guys. See right there? I don't know why I'm doing that. But anyway, we get him taken out. That last shot actually tracked him, but didn't pen. He was slightly angled. So now it's off to the M10. I figure he's coming back around. And, you know, at the time I really wasn't thinking about damage, but I get that first one in. So he's a one shot. I've still got 219. He's got to do 2 shots to my 1 shot. He bounces, but I go in for the ram kill anyway before I'm reloaded. So we get 2,600 in damage on that game. 2 kills, good for level 2. But I think that game there just shows you how fast this tank is and how you can really get around that battlefield. Alright guys, here we are, bottom tier on New Bay. Woo, been getting this map a lot. I don't know about you guys, but yesterday it felt like every 3rd battle was on this map. It's kind of interesting how I think they must change that random number generator to figure out which map you're going to get. We're going to help this Tiger 2 a little bit, and then push on around here to, you know, kind of an early sniping spotting situation. But when I see only 2 tanks and they're both heavies, you know, I'm not made to brawl on those tanks. So since only 2 popped up, I've decided, you know what, I'm going to start looking elsewhere when we run into this T69, who obviously is looking down the main alley, the heavy alley. And so we're able to get a couple shots into him here as he tries to find a little bit safer space. And, you know, playing this tank well really requires you to be map aware. So as soon as I saw that red dot to my left side there, we went and focused in. He gets double tapped. There's 1,000 damage, and we're able to reload and snap that last shot in and finish off a very failed attempt at a flank. T69 has now decided he's going to push. Now, I've got 2 dots in front of me, so I've got to be careful about that, but I'm still trying to address the lower health when I see that's an RHM. And you know what? We better get into safety. He's moving. I can keep backing up. He's not looking at us. I really wasn't sure what was around me there, so I didn't switch over to HE. And now you can see the accuracy on this gun as we get shots in on that T69. He's finished off, and I see that this VK is over here, obviously engaged with our 100. And so we're going to use our tank speed, and we're going to get in on the action. Missing the first shot into the dirt, unfortunately. But now we can just use our maneuverability and stay behind him. Let him focus on the heavy tank. We're up to 2,000 damage already. And it's just going to be the love that is left. Bounce a shot off the side there. But we are going to do a good bit of damage here to him. And basically, we're just a little gnat. We're a pest. We're annoying. And we're pumping out 225 damage or more just about every single shot. So map awareness, super important in this tank, as is with any highly mobile tank. And when you do make a decision on determination on where you go, don't forget you can change. You can relocate in this tank very well. All right, guys, look. New Bay again. Yeah, I got this map a lot yesterday when I was getting content for this review. And if you skipped over the first part of the video, I did say I was not going to talk about only being 100 subscribers away from my goal of 5,000. And you can see we have pushed onto the heavy side of the map and found out that they're not there. And you know, this is what I love. This tank, just how well it moves. We're gonna pop through the brick wall, and boom, there is a heavy who has not moved out of spawn. Looked like he had his escape plan already in place, so he drops down, and I'm not falling for it. I'm not chasing him. So we're gonna relocate, and as I mentioned last time, that is what this tank is so good at. And as we come around another city block, we see the sides of heavies. They're making a run for it. They've pushed away from where the heavy KV was, so now I'm going to make the decision. All right, let's go see where this KV is. Let's see if we can brawl with him. Use my speed. When we find out, he's gone way down the tracks here. So, starting shooting into the butt. Not sure what happened there. Sorry, guys. Second shot into the butt. Well, you gotta love this when you're a medium tank, and you can get 3 shots into the behind of a tank. And here comes another heavy. This time I am going to switch over to HE. There we go, 257 this time. Let's try that again. Heavy into the butt, 338. And now we've got his attention. We're going to close in, and we're just going to use our speed to try to make it a little bit difficult for him. And look at that, he bounces. So again, with this tank, you can just see how well it maneuvers. Never really faced any tier 8 heavies head on, but you'll see here just how much red there is on this Panther, leaning backwards, sloped armor, and yeah, we bounced that shot, but that's not going to deter us from getting the kill. So full speed, we lose 400, but we get a ram kill. And we do just shy of 2,500 damage, 2 kills, top on the team again. So this, it doesn't really matter to me if you're top tier, bottom tier. I had good games pretty much every game yesterday, and I really think it's due to the maneuverability of this tank and making sure you're map aware. Yeah, I kind of went through these. I've been checking after games, you know, these lopsided games. I've been talking about it a lot. Probably got a couple more videos to discuss it. I just think matchmaking is broken, but that's not a discussion for this review. So, anyway, guys, this is a great tank. Hopefully you can get it before it gets nerfed, and you can enjoy its full potential right now. So, with that, you know, I'm going to say make sure you really play with your equipment. Make sure you have it set up the right way that you like to play. You know, most people probably don't run with supercharge. I think it makes a good bit of difference. So have fun out there. Stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.